The new plot synopsis has come out for Jurassic World Rebirth, and it looks like something very bad has happened to the dinosaurs after the last movie. The most recent information regarding the new film states that the planet's ecology has proven to be largely inhospitable to the dinosaurs, and the remaining creatures that have survived exist in, quote, isolated equatorial environments with climates resembling the ones in which they once thrived. What happened to Owen Grady's raptor, Blue, or even Beta, and what about all of the dinosaurs contained in the Biosyn Valley? Well, I think there's some other clues in this synopsis that could give us a good idea in terms of what to expect. What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now look, I've been making Jurassic Park videos for like nearly 8 years. We've gone through a ton of subjects regarding this franchise before in the past, and when it comes to movie plot details for sequels, we are never really given the lowdown on what exactly is going on in a new film. Even as far as Dominion was concerned, that movie kind of wanted us to think that the movie was actually going to be about the dinosaurs being all over the world, and then what do you get when you watch the film? With this whole idea that all of the dinosaurs are dead that I've been seeing people buzzing around about, look, I don't think that's what the plot synopsis is really trying to say. And I actually think that when you compare the ideas there with the other half of the synopsis, where, quote, they come face to face with a sinister, shocking discovery that's been hidden from the whole world for decades, well, I think we get a better picture as to what could be going on here. So look, in regards to literally all of the dinosaurs dying, I don't think that's what the movie plot is trying to say, because think about it. If Scarlett Johansson still has to go to an expedition to actually acquire DNA of gigantic and massive creatures in a tropical location, that means that there are still some animals that are alive and wild they can't just get a simple blood sample from. So I don't think it's actually been contained so much as it's just been isolated. They migrated down there, but we don't have a handle on this. They are still in control. At least that's what it looks like from the synopsis. Now, how did the surviving dinosaurs get down there in the first place? Well, if they didn't migrate on their own, the only possible explanation is that somebody put them there. Unless there's some kind of weird other explanation as to how they got there. Look, I think the fact that they stumble upon an abandoned engine place at some point in the film, something is telling me that we may actually be in for some really interesting lore here. But who exactly is monitoring the dinosaurs down there if that's really the case? Because the plot synopsis also says that Zora Bennet's operation intersects with a civilian family who's on a boating expedition. So there are people going down there to see the wild animals, just like Jurassic Park 3. They get a little too close and they get capsized by marauding aquatic reptiles. So with truly wild animals left to kind of terrorize or take up residence around the equator, I think there may very well be something strange going on down there regarding that engine or Biosyn location, whatever it may be, that we need to learn more about. You know, like what kind of shocking discovery gets kept secret from the world for decades? 20 years ago alone would be 2007 or 8 by this movie's timeline of events. And I think it's more than likely older than that from the set photos of the old engine stuff, because this equipment looks like it comes from the Jurassic Park era, so it's more like the 1990s. One of the bigger theories I've seen discussed is the DX disease from the Michael Klayton novels, which, if you didn't know, was a contagious problem that was supposed to kill off all of the dinosaurs on Isla Sorna and may even jump over to humans, which freaked the Costa Rican government out a lot. I've done a ton of videos on that before in the past, and it's something that I think would still make for a really cool film. But honestly, I'm not so sure this is what they're doing for the next movie, because I think Disease X becoming a part of the story this late in the game of dinosaurs going global is a little difficult to make sense as well. Like, why didn't it happen earlier if that were the case around Fallen Kingdom time? You know what I mean? But what we factually know is that there's some kind of hidden problem down towards the equator that InGen or someone has been trying to keep a tight lid on for decades. And now, coincidentally, all of the surviving dinosaurs are around it and causing chaos everywhere they go around the equatorial location. So is the InGen place just a coincidence that all the dinosaurs are there? Or was this something that was actually put in place way back during the Jurassic Park days as a failsafe in case the animals ever got off of the island? I don't think something as literally calling the animals back there by any means. How do you get a shocking discovery within the Jurassic Park franchise, kept secret for decades, and then all of the dinosaurs just kind of start to surround this equatorial location after not being able to live anywhere else once they do go global? Like, how are those two things connected? You know what I mean? Now, I know a lot of people are saying that they think this means every dinosaur from the last movie except a select few died, but look, I don't think that's the case, and in fact, it kind of looks like most of these surviving animals either migrated towards warmer locations, which is normal, kind of like birds. It could also have something to do with this sinister discovery that they find later on hidden from everyone for years. That's the part that a lot of people aren't really talking about. Now, of course, most of the dinosaurs that were in those really cold environments, yes, I think most of them did die. And in fact, I think one of the reasons they're doing this movie from a screenwriting level, bringing back David Koepp, is because, and I know some of you guys are massive fans of Dominion, look, that movie kind of took things to a level that it just doesn't really explain how anything makes sense at all. And yes, I know some dinosaurs lived in colder environments, but come on, like, not every dinosaur ever lived in the harsh snow. And with tectonic plate shifts from Pangea to where everything wound up in the Triassic to the Cretaceous, let alone today, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried to hatch eggs from really any kind of animal, but the whole idea of Blue laying an egg in an environment covered in snow where the incubation temperature is most likely not comparable to what a velociraptor or even Deinonychus would need to survive, is honestly pushing it, if you ask me. And look, if InGen, Biosyn, the governments, or nobody else captured the dinosaurs and transported them there, then I do wonder if they all migrated down to this location. Like, did they just find themselves caught in the middle of something crazy we've never seen before? It's just something to think about. Personally, I do believe most of the dinosaurs that were in those really cold locations from Jurassic World Dominion did die off because they couldn't survive there. And honestly, I think that's common sense and, you know, just feels like something normal when you compare like a lot of these creatures in their prehistoric environments to the modern day. Like, you don't put something like a polar bear in the desert. Animals are not made to live everywhere in the world. I don't think that's where they were actually meant to be. But anyways, guys, this is very interesting in regards to how they got around the equator. I love the idea of them migrating down there to get away from everything because it feels natural and animalistic. But I also do wonder, what is the correlation to this island location? Is it just similar temperature to what they were used to, and InGen purposely picked a place that the dinosaurs were well acclimated to when they would clone them? If it is, then what's the shocking discovery? Because I'm not so sure it's DX, and I have no idea what else it could be. But those are all just my own thoughts and opinions on this subject matter. I'd love to hear all of your own theories, everything else you're thinking about with this new movie, in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to thank everyone that's helped me build my channel over the years. I'd also like to thank every one of you guys who've watched my stuff. You've all been extremely cool to me. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and hope that you'll consider subscribing. God bless you all. Christ is King. See you guys in the next video, and as always, take it easy.